everybody. I know it's been a minute. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to have been back on here, but so much has been going on in my life, and it kind of took me away from what I really wanted to do. But I wanted to get on here and, for one, tell you guys about a dream I had, as well as say hi, check on you, see how you guys are doing. I hope everyone is blessed, and you know, guys are all healthy. I can say that the Lord has blessed us. He has been protecting us, and He continues to do so. You know, we did have a few health scares, but He put us through, and I still trust in the Lord 100%. I have this peace I can't explain, and it says He gives you peace of all that passes all understanding, and that's what He does. So I can honestly say that. Um, I got to get back into, getting to read my scriptures more. I used to do it at least 2 or 3 scriptures a night, and I got to start praying. We got to get in our prayer life, because I'm gonna tell you, I had this dream, and this dream, it was horrifying. So I'm just gonna get into it. I found myself in my bed. I was in my bed, and my room, it my closet is lateral, and my bed is um, at the time my bed was lateral as well. So when I ended up floating out of my bed and going parallel, I didn't go forward, backwards, up and down. I went parallel, and I went parallel right through my closet, and snap, I'm in the scene. It's a house, a pretty nice house, neighborhood, trees on each side. I'm from Michigan, so if you know anything about Detroit, Detroit has these very long blocks, and you have houses that's really close to each other, but they some have driveways, some don't. You have the sidewalk, and another part of the grass and then the street. So I'm standing on the sidewalk, and it's a tree here, a house. People are partying, having fun. All of a sudden, something happens, and the police get called. Now the police trying to figure out what's going on, blah blah. I have an officer come up. I don't know if she was. I believe she was female. I may be wrong. So let's just say officer. Officer came up, was talking to me, and we ended up. I don't know what he said. I don't even know what he was asking me. But we started walking towards going down the street. We just started walking, and we were talking, and then we stopped. It's a car in the driveway. It's a car parked on the side. We go and stand on the side with the car that's parked. He's facing me, and I'm facing him, but he's like, I'm gonna explain it. I'm like this. If you can see my hand, I'm like this, and he's like this, but with his back towards me. Anyway, so sorry you guys. You see some in my office a little messy. Anyway, so we're talking, and he's saying something, but I can't hear him. I couldn't hear him. He's talking, and all of a sudden he goes and reaches for his gun, or she, and it drops. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It dropped, so I'm going to reach for it so I can give it back to this officer. I'm like, what did you do? I turn around for a quick second, nothing's there. I turn back. She's getting attacked by these zombie soul looking people. It was like they were people, but they ain't people no more. They had their skin was like white, clammy. They had these really sharp teeth. It was like super sharp, and it was like their face, the demeanor was so evil and wicked. Their eyes was like completely black. It was just black, like it was not regular, because it was like the whole thing was just black. And they were big though. And when they opened their mouth opened so wide, and like it went from here to whatever size they were. Their mouth opened just like that, and they were getting at her. You had one on this side, one on there, they're clawing at her, and these demons, they are horrifying. I like anime could not create these creatures. It wouldn't. They couldn't do it justice. This is how bad it was, and they're trying to tear her up. This thing I know, I got people coming from me, so I goes and get her gun that she dropped. And I just start firing for her. I'm firing for me. I'm turning around. I'm firing. Look, I said fire. I'm shooting for her. I'm shooting for me. I'm trying to get him off of me. There, I'm running. She's dead. She dead. Gone. I'm running. All of a sudden, other people starts running down, and they're running down. And as they're running down, they're getting clawed and torn apart. And I'm steady shooting, and when I would hit one, they would either like explode, or they would like, I don't know if it was explode, they would explode and then they would regenerate. Like they would just come right back. And then whenever they would hurt or eat someone, they would turn into them. And this went on and on, like they was tearing it into. But the crazy part is when the blood came out of people, it didn't go anywhere. It was like it you couldn't see it. It was weird. And then I'm trying to get up. I'm thinking I thought that I ended my dream, but I didn't, because I woke up in the same spot I started. And I'm like, okay, that's it. But the dream wasn't over because I ended up in a whole different scene. And this time I'm in the hospital, and it's people around me, people getting blood drawn, nurses. It was just chaotic. And then and some other stuff happened that I don't want to get into, but once all that done, I wake up. I finally get myself up for real. And I just couldn't. It brought me to. I was so terrified. I was so terrified. I was so scared. I got up crying because I'm like, what? Who could create something like that? Like, yeah, it was that bad. So I wanted to come over here and tell you guys about it. If you know anyone that had a dream like that, or anyone have an interpretation, because I don't know. I'm very clueless at this point. If you know something, please share it. Please do. I'm all ears. But thank you guys for listening to my dream. I really appreciate you. I don't have many subscribers, but I'm grateful for the ones that I do. I never add, I'm not looking for anything. So I am grateful. I hope that, am not the only one experiencing these things, and that's why I come on here. I want to do more. I want to start reading scriptures. I want to talk about the things that's going on in this world and kind of just share information and go back and forth. I would love to do that. I'm not a video person, but I feel like I need to connect in a different way than I'm normally doing. But so until then, guys, stay blessed. If or have any interpretation, awesome. Feel free to subscribe, like, don't like. I want you to do you. I want you to stay real, but stay blessed. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.